I'd like to tell you a story about a little boy born in abject poverty, one of 10 children born to functionally illiterate parents, a child truly at risk. His father, who could not read or write, never learned to speak English. His mother had an 8th grade education and struggled to handle the family finances. His parents were good people who taught their children about honesty, hard work, and that integrity was doing the right thing even when no one was looking. This little boy grew up knowing the difference between right and wrong. You could say his parents raised him right. But his sheer embarrassment and shame at his family's poverty caused him to look for shortcuts and ways out of being poor. And while his uneducated parents struggled at multiple jobs, trying to make ends meet and feed him and his 9 siblings, our little boy turned into a teenager and began to go wrong. A little at first, and then more and more wrong. Seeking and keeping the wrong company, attracted to every bad habit, learning to survive on the streets and becoming good at it, learning all the bad things while being smart enough to master many of them. He gradually became a leader of the wrong kind. Then one day, about 1 week past his 16th birthday, his father, in a fit of anger over what his son had become, kicked our little boy out of the family home. And it was there, on the streets without guidance, that our little boy's troubles grew. They accelerated as he began to test the boundaries of the law. He was arrested, and then arrested again, and again, and again. And although the crimes were mostly small, juvenile offenses like fighting and petty theft, our little boy, now not so little, had accumulated many arrests and was still only a teenager. With the approach of adulthood came our little boy's glaring, harsh realization that he had reached a crossroad in his life, where one road led straight to prison and the other to destinations unknown. And just as our little boy turned away from bad and toward the unknown, good fortune came to him. It came in the form of very good people, caring, considerate, concerned people who took a real interest in him, who noticed his intelligence and took heed of his leadership qualities. These people made him begin to wonder about himself, what he could be if he could channel his street knowledge in the right direction. These people made him see that education was his way out of poverty and the only way to escape his shame at being so poor. Determined, with the help of his mentors and advisors, he would go on to undo some of the bad that he had done and return to college where he had earlier flunked out. With a taste of accomplishment and a feel for doing right, our boy applied himself in college with all his might, achieving multiple 4.0 GPA semesters and ultimately graduating with very high marks. And then, somehow, wondrously, he was accepted to law school and became a very good law student, an accomplished achiever, and ultimately the leader of his class. After law school, he began to practice law as a solo practitioner. Having no car, he rode a bicycle to his office for the first 6 months. And with very few clients at first, and no money for rent, he became the building janitor for the first 2 years of his practice. It was there, in the bottoms of the toilets, as he cleaned late at night, that he found understanding and respect for the challenges of the true working class, like his parents. With his knowledge, hard work, and love for his mission packed into his briefcase and his heart, he entered the courtrooms of the area, fighting for those who needed his help. And he won, over and over again. With that, other lawyers began to seek him out to learn how he did it. And so, he began to build a firm, a very good firm. Fair, honorable, confident, and with the hardest working lawyers anywhere. Today, our little boy's law firm is filled with the talents of 13 world-class lawyers and a staff of over 30. They service 1,200 to 1,400 open and active cases at any given time, with a proven service to over 23,000 clients and their families whose troubles were solved, whose injuries were compensated, whose cases were won, whose lives were made better. That little boy, today, is living proof, absolute living proof, that the care and genuine concern of a few really good people can make a truly significant difference in the quality of the lives of tens of thousands of families, all because someone cared to reach out. Many of my mentors and heroes are gone, and I can't pay them back. But I know that today, the world is even a tougher place for kids to grow up in than the place and time I experienced. I know that there are many, many truly at-risk kids out there, in need of care, guidance, and just a little help from someone they respect and maybe even relate to. Someone taking the time to tell them what they can be, what they are capable of, what life can become for them, all from first-hand knowledge. With that said, our little boy's firm, the Glenn Armentor Law Corporation, is proud to introduce the Pay It Forward Scholarship of Excellence, a $10,000 scholarship to the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. This scholarship will not only help with the needed money for school, but will open access to Pell Grants, to TOPS, to lodging and transportation assistance, and other scholarship opportunities that will allow a child with no other chance to go to college to graduate and to grow into their dream. Plus, this scholarship includes a paid position as a runner at our law firm, which is near the UL campus, and will allow our scholarship recipient to work around his or her class hours while we watch over them and help them wherever we can. So if you know a truly poor family with a truly at-risk high school junior or senior who could never go to college without help, send them to me. Help me pay it forward. Help me give back the incredible good fortune that was given to me. I come to you to ask for your support and help in finding those other little boys or girls out there that deserve to live the life of their dreams, as I have. I'm Glenn Armentor. Thank you.